We're still reading from The Greatest Salesman in the World. And if you were here yesterday, remember the whole thing about being the greatest salesman in the world, it does not necessarily mean selling products to other people. Before you can sell something to someone else, you must learn to sell your dreams, your goals, your desires to yourself. So that is what this book is really explaining, how to sell yourself, that crazy ambition that's going through the back of your mind, and you actually being able to succeed and do it. So today we're going to read Scroll Mark 2. And this is in chapter 9 if you're reading along with it. And for this one is about 2 pages. I might read the whole chapter. I might not. We will see. But if you have any questions as I'm going over this, feel free to ask them in the chat. Doesn't matter if you're on TikTok or if you're on YouTube also. Hey, how's it going, Wonder Boy? And so scroll mark 2. I will greet this day with love in my heart. That is what the scroll says. And what that means is telling you to greet each day. Each time you're getting up and doing stuff, have a high ranging emotion, a powerful high range emotion. Love is a very powerful emotion. Remember, emotions are energy in motion. Love is an energy. Hate is an energy. All of those things, it's a wide range. If you're not familiar on the scale of emotions, just do a quick Google search and just ask for a scale of emotions, and you will find different diagrams, things that can help you out. And I just made, let me, I can't believe I just did this. Let me get my mics in. And I apologize. I'm all over the place. And this is what you don't get to see behind the scenes sometimes. Only live videos show you this. And I go through this a lot. I'll be recording full videos. Mic is not charged up. And why is this one not working? No, I can't find my cord for my mic. Okay, what I'm gonna do, TikTok, you're just gonna have to hear me naturally through the thing. YouTube, you're gonna actually, now let me see. YouTube, TikTok, you're gonna get the lapel. YouTube, I'm gonna test this phone's microphone out and see how it works. Okay, I apologize for that. Let's get back to it. I will greet this day with love in my heart, for this is the greatest secret of success in all ventures. Muscle can split a shield and even destroy life, but only the unseen power of love can open the hearts of men. And until I master this art, I will remain no more than a peddler in the marketplace. I will make love my greatest weapon, and none on whom I call can defend against its force. And this is where it's saying what I was talking about earlier is love is an emotion, which is energy in motion. The more powerful energy you're using and putting in motion, the more things are going to come your way. When you're leading with love, you're leading with gratitude, those things, people around you will change. You will start deflecting people who are negative, people who are pessimistic, who are just hateful. They will not want to be around you because they'll be like, oh, this person is sick. Oh, this person, they just don't feel good being around them. And you're going to be feeling the same way too. Like when you start meeting people of lower vibrations or lower energetic energy in motion, you're not going to want to be around them. You can sense them from tell when they're trying to be scammed. And you don't want to do business with them. Nobody wants to do business with someone who's using or operating in lower emotions. I'll give you a prime example. Like all the time here, I've run into some people and it's like, oh, you're American, blah, blah, blah. You can see the dollar signs in their eyes like, oh, this person's rich. Ooh, this is going to be the person that saves my life. No, I'm not here to save your life. You have to save your own life. And then usually what they're wanting is they're just wanting someone to give them money to gamble. And what I mean by gambling is just because you hear or see someone saying that, hey, how's it going, Lee? How's it going, Longwood? You hear or see something online, like let's say being able to buy things on auction or storage places where things go because no one paid their bill. That doesn't mean you're going to get rich off it. It doesn't mean you're going to make money off of that. I remember in the U.S. before I left, like there was a big thing of storage wars, where it's like people who put their stuff in. YouTube killing me today. And so what people used to do on the TV show, they'll show you like, oh, you're bidding on these auctions, you're paying a little bit of money, and you may find this $20,000 car or this collectible baseball, just stuff. And yes, can that happen? Yes, it can. But guess what? Most of that was staged. Most of that was scripted. That's not how real life works when it comes to earning money. It doesn't come that easy, and that's a gamble. That is the difference between not understanding how to wisely invest money compared to you're just throwing out there, just throwing money and hoping something works. Hey, Duncan, how you doing, brother? Hey, how you doing, Black Things? How you been? And a lot of people don't understand this. Like, this is one of the things, like, you're not leading the proper way. Because if you're leading with love and stuff, guiding you towards you wanting to be able to make more money, you're not looking for quick, easy fixes. You're looking for something that's going to create generational, long-term wealth. And those are very different things. And they come from very different people in the world. And he says, and how will I do this? Henceforth will I look on all things with love, and I will be born again. I will love the sun, for it warms my bones. Yet I will love the rain, for it cleanses my spirit. I will love the light, for it shows me the way. Yet I will love the darkness, for it shows me the stars. I will welcome happiness, for it enlarges my heart. Yet I will endure sadness, for it opens my soul. I will acknowledge rewards, for they are my due. Yet I will welcome obstacles, for they are my challenge. And what this is saying here, everything that's happening in your life is happening for you. We can't be looking at things from a place of lack and limitation and of victimhood. If you're thinking life, even when it seems like things are bad, no one understands you, it's to build you to the person that you need to become to be able to reach your goal. Who you are right now is not capable of being the person of the goal that you want. You have to become that new person. And a lot of times for us to grow as people and become the person we need to be, we have to meet failures. Failure is an obstacle to get us over the hurdle to get to where we want to be. Hey, how's it going, Levo? And so just show gratitude, show love towards everything, and you're going to see a difference between how you approach it. I'd like to give you an example, and this is just being real with you. When CC passed away, I was devastated. I could not see how could something be great about this? How could something be good about this? But you know what my mentor told me? He was like, look, dude, you need to find a way to be grateful for the passing of your wife. And when he first told me that, I was pissed. I was mad. Yo. I'm like, how can you say this? Like, bro, I'm broken here. Like, I've lost all my savings because I wasn't paying attention to what was going on in the arena. All of these things was hitting me hard. It took me about a good year before I started really becoming grateful. Like, I'm grateful for the lessons she taught me. I'm grateful for the things she equipped me with. I'm grateful for my brother Duncan, who was there for me, like being able to spend time with him and his family. Like, it was so much growth that I was going through at that time. Yes, it was sad. Yes, it was a horrible experience. But the man that I am now is a better person because I went through that. It made me a more compassionate human being. It made me a more loving person. It made me understand the reason why I truly want to create generational wealth and create a lot of wealth in this world, because I want to be able to be there for my family, be there for them, support my nieces and nephews. Like, it made me realize how much of a supporter, a provider, and a protector that I truly wanted to be. And I would not have understood that if I was still the person that I was before that event happened. So even if something's going bad in your life right now, don't look at it from just the point of, man, this sucks. Oh man, life hard. Yes, it sucks. And it's okay to say, like, look, man, this shit sucks. But you have to start coming around and start saying, you know what? There's something good coming from this. Let me go find it. And when you start going on that adventure of finding what is the good that you're learning from this experience, you're becoming a different person. And once you grow into a different person, you never become the person you once was. Like for me, even when I do go back home and visit, I don't relate to my family like okay. Let me ask my brother here. Like so, like you've been away from home for a long time, bro. When you go back home to Texas, do you ever feel like you're the same? Do you even feel like you fit in anymore? Um, I know the answer already, but like I want people to understand, like even if you're like I'm not talking directly to you, if you're okay with saying yes or no, are you the same person that you was once before 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago? We're never the same person. Once we hit different obstacles or failures and we overcome them, we grow to someone and we can never become the person we once was again. See, he feel like an outcast. Same way with me. The last time I was in Texas, they were watching the Super Bowl and they were gambling. They had football spreads, people smoking, people drinking. I was sitting on the floor reading a book. I was just sitting on the floor reading a book. And they were like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. Y'all enjoy y'all game." Oh, there's something here. I don't know. And I'm just like, that's not me anymore. I don't care about those things. And it's not saying that I'm better than them. It's just saying I am a different person now. I've grown to someone that, to me, when I look at football games, basketball games, I think of the Colosseum back in the Roman Empire, and I'm like, yo, those people, like, I'm so focused on creating my generational wealth. Like, during that time, I was just sitting in the corner reading a book on the floor while and let them enjoy their time. And so just understand that any obstacle that's happening, anything that feels like a failure, focus on overcoming it. And once you overcome it, you're going to start seeing that it's helping you grow to a better person. It's teaching you a life lesson. So then it says, I will greet this day with love in my heart. And how will I speak? I will love mine enemies and they will become friends. I will encourage my friends and they will become brothers. Always will I dig for reasons to apply. Never will I scratch for excuses to gossip. When I am tempted to criticize, I will bite on my tongue. When I am moved to praise, I will shout from the roofs. Is it not so that birds, the wind, the sea, and all nature speaks with the music of praise for their creator? Cannot I speak with the same music to his children? Henceforth will I remember this secret and it will change my life. And right here he's just telling you, like, don't have enemies. Don't dwell into the negative energy. If you love on someone enough, or just be peaceful or nice enough, or just ignore them, someone who even hates you, they're gonna be like, man, this. After a while, they're gonna start feeling like the asshole. They're gonna be like, man, I'm not a good person. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is one I'm still improving on. Like, and this is the beautiful thing: becoming a better person, not a perfect person. For me to be a better person, there's times where I get annoyed with people, especially when it comes with grown ass boys. I don't like dealing with grown boys. I'm not a gay man, so I don't like dealing with grown boys like that. And there's certain things and certain stuff that people can do, especially as a man, where it's like, yo, I go upside your head. I'm still improving on it. So don't feel like you have to be perfect at these things. You just have to focus on wanting to be better. And then it says, I will greet this day with love in my heart. And how will I act? I will love all manners of men, for each has qualities to be admired, even though they be hidden. With love, I will tear down the wall of suspicion and hate, which they have built around their hearts, and in its place will I build bridges so that my love may enter their souls. I will love the ambitious, for they can inspire me. I will love the failures, for they can teach me. I will love the kings, for they are but human. I will love the meek, for they are divine. I will love the rich, for they are yet lonely. I will love the poor, for they are so many. I will love the young for the faith they hold. I will love the old for the wisdom they share. I will love the beautiful for their eyes of sadness. I will love the ugly for their souls of peace. And here is very important. It's telling you everybody that's coming to you in your life, they're to mirror something about you. Everyone that comes in contact with you is showing you something that you may need to improve on yourself. Everyone mirrors one another. The problem is we don't show enough gratitude, and that's me included. I still have areas of my life where I need to improve. I still have areas of my life where I want to be better. And also I have areas of my life where I want to be able to love people more. Like there's times I put my mindset, my identity on others, and that's not right. And so you have to start realizing everyone that's coming in your life is to actually show you something or teach you something. Even like give you an example, even here with Yango, which is their version of Uber if you're not from Zambia. There's guys here who just mismanage money. They don't give a damn. You can tell they're eating, as soon as the hand coming to their money is going, they go from hand to mouth with the money. And it's to teach me a lesson of like, yo, you used to be like this. Don't be this person again. And it annoys me sometimes. I remember how I used to feel at that level. I remember how I used to be so desperate. I remember how I used to be pathetic. That's the best word I can use. I was so pathetic because I was always looking outside like, oh, woe is me. I grew up in the hood. Woe is me. I came from a Black American family that isn't rich. Woe is me. Instead of realizing, what can you do? What opportunities do you have? Get out here and hustle. And mind you, when I was living in DeSoto, I ran into a Black billionaire. But I was in such a victim mindset when I started getting to know him, and he was trying to teach me lessons. I was one of those that's like, well, why isn't he just giving me the information? Why isn't he just telling me exactly what to do or showing me what to do? And it was pathetic. He was teaching me the mindset. It's the mindset that is going to get you the results that you truly want. No, if I gave everybody on here $1 million, do you know how many people on here would still have that $1 million after 2 years? Zero. You can say, oh, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But the truth is, you're not. That's just the truth. It is psychologically proven you will do and act on the behaviors that you act right now. The more money that you get is going to intensify how you act right now. It is not going to change your life. Most likely, it's going to destroy your life or put you in a worse situation in less than 5 years. This is why most lotto winners are broke. 99.9% of lottery winners are broke to this day. Only 0.1%, if it's even that high, actually use that money, become successful for long term. Like in South Africa, they have this show called I Blew It, where it shows all these different people that came across life-changing money. Their whole life, they was like, oh man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They drunk that shit up, they clubbed it up, spent it on women, partying. They didn't do anything to make their life better. Nothing. And that's just the truth because their mindset was still based on where they are. If your mindset is not able to handle $1 million, you physically cannot handle $1 million. And go back to my video on YouTube where I explained the mind. You have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and you have your body. The conscious mind is using your senses. This is where you can create your thoughts. The subconscious mind is where you talk to the creator, God, Buddha, Allah, whatever your preference is of how you call it. But that is where the creator talks to you. I like to call it downloads. And I get downloads all the time. And you just see me, I'm writing something. If I'm wearing my meta glasses, I'm listening to a book to get downloads. And I write those things down. Those downloads are going to give you the 20% action of the Pareto principle. If you saw my lives where I was talking about the 80-20 rule. But the catch is too, your body is going to automatically, subconsciously act, called muscle memory, to whatever is programmed in your conscious mind. So if you're programmed to waste and squander money, no matter how much money comes in, you're going to do the same thing. You're not going to be aware of it. I know that people always be trying to tell people like, oh, if this happened, I'm gonna change my life. You're not. It is psychologically proven. You have a 0% chance of changing your life if you have not changed your subconscious mind, what has been programmed in there. You need to reprogram it. That's why I'm sharing all of these books with you. And then let's go on to the next paragraph. Well, I'm gonna skip this one paragraph. I will greet this day with love in my heart. And how will I confront each whom I meet? In only one way, in silence. And to myself, I will address him and say, I love you. Though spoken in silence, these words will shine in my eyes, unwrinkle my brow, bring a smile to my lips, and echo in my voice, and his heart will be open. And who is there who will say nay to my goods when his heart feels my love? And this is just telling you, move in silence. Stop telling people everything you want to do. Most people are not looking for you to succeed. Most people want to see you fail. There are not many people in this world that are what I like to call professional cheerleaders. One of the things that I really value is if someone comes to me with an idea, it's a good idea, I see their energy, the emotions that they're carrying is very high. I want to be supportive. I want to tell them, man, you can do this because they can do this. And like whatever goal you have right now, you can do this. Nothing can stop you from doing or reaching whatever you want to become. But you have to start learning to move in silence. Too many of us, sometimes we want outside approval, and most people are never trying to reach their goals. And so they're never going to believe you can reach yours too. I remember when I first decided to move overseas, people were like, oh, you'll be back in 5 years. People don't live overseas like that. I'm now on year 10, uh, fourth country. Uh, I remember when I first was talking about releasing weight, because when I was really, really big, over 600 pounds, people like, oh, you can't do it. That's impossible. They were talking about themselves. They wasn't talking about me. And I just threw it out. I was like, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Like you have to learn to say, fuck the world. Those books, what is it, one, Don't Give a Fuck or something like that. Stop caring about what other people think. They're not paying your bills. They're not helping you. They're not going to encourage you. You have to do it yourself and build and surround yourself with your own tribe. And that's what he means by he makes friends, brothers. Like when you start seeing people that are part of your tribe, you make them family. You make them close to you. You care about them, you love on them. They're going to care about and they're going to love on you also. And so that is how we got to start understanding to build relationships that are going to support us getting to our goals. And then it says, and most of all, I will love myself. For when I do, I will zealously inspect all things which enter my body, my mind, my soul, and my heart. Never will I overindulge the request of my flesh. Rather, I will cherish my body with cleanliness and moderation. Never will I allow my mind to be attracted to evil and despair. Rather, I will uplift it with knowledge and wisdom of the ages. Never will I allow my soul to become complacent and satisfied. Rather, I will feed it with meditation and prayer. Never will I allow my heart to become and warm the earth. I will greet this day with love in my heart. Hey, what's up, Shanika? How you doing? Yes, the subtle art of not giving a the book. Thank you, Shani. I'm gonna call you later on today too, because I have that workbook ready for you. And so this is very important. Most of us do not love ourselves. If you ever feeling depressed, anxious, anything of that very low negative vibration, you don't love yourself. That's not a bad thing. Like I'm even telling you right now, like for me, I put on a lot of weight. I have put on a lot of weight in these last 2 years because once I went through the passing of Chantel, I stopped loving myself. I'm just gonna be real with you. I did not love myself anymore, and I stopped controlling what I was eating. I stopped exercising, and I had to take these 2 years to go through the whole grieving process. Not only going to go through the whole grieving process, I had to figure out who am I again? Who is Jason? Jason's no longer a husband and wife team. Who am I? I had to figure out how to be happy again. I had to figure out how to love myself again. I had to figure out how to forgive myself again. All of these things I had to start over. And like now I'm really at that point where I love myself again. So guess what I do? I do 100 skips every day on my weighted jump rope. Hey, how you doing, Nova? I do my 100 skips on my weighted jump rope. It's slowly to get myself in the process of doing things. Also, now I'm eating salad again. I'm eating more fresh food. I'm not just eating a bunch of fried junk. Yes, even being vegan, you can actually eat a bunch of bullshit, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not one of these people. Oh, I'm vegan. I'm better than you. No, I was eating a bunch of bullshit. I was eating a bunch of fat cakes, eating a bunch of processed meats, not processed meats, processed vegan meats. I'm sorry. I was eating a bunch of shit I shouldn't eat, eating a bunch of crisps, potato chips, like all of these things that I did not need. And so, hey, how you doing, Cherie? This book is The Greatest Salesman in the World by Agmendina. And so, oh, you know, I love you too, Shiny. That's why I put together that financial workbook for you. You know, when you text me that, it gave me the idea of like, you know what, get your shit back in gear, dude. You have too much knowledge, you know, too much stuff, being a depressed bastard, and get off your ass and start loving people and yourself more. So I really appreciate you for that, Shiny. And so like now I'm in the process. I'm changing my eating. I'm cleaning it up. I'm getting back into exercise. And yeah, is it going to maybe take a year, maybe take 2 years to get back to where I once was? Yeah, but who cares? In the grand scheme of things, what is 2 years? What is 5 years? What is 10 years? And this is what I'm saying this because I want you to understand, like, stop thinking your goals need to come immediately. If it takes you 5 years to become a millionaire and you're 45, so by the time you're 50, you're a millionaire, can live the life of your dreams. Is it not worth it? Like, start putting things in that perspective. Like, is it not worth it? More than likely, you're still going to be here. So be here at the best version of yourself. Don't be here in the same version of yourself saying like, oh, I'm not good enough. You're great. You can do it. All of these things you can actually do. Yes, eating real local food is the best. That's one of the things I love doing. And then it says, henceforth will I love all mankind. From this moment, all to hate, only time to love. From this moment, I'm a man among men. With love, I will increase my sales 100-fold and become a great salesman. If I have no other qualities, I can succeed with love alone. Without it, I will fail, though I possess all the knowledge and skills of the world. I will greet this day with love, and I will succeed. Now, I would really recommend you to write this down. This is one of the best affirmations you can get. I will greet this day with love, and I will succeed. I will greet this day with love, and I will succeed. And keep saying this to yourself over and over and over again. You talk to yourself every single day. We all talk to ourselves internally every single day. We have 2,000 internal thoughts that go through our mind where we're talking to ourselves, throwing things in our subconscious mind. And most of us are not aware of even half of those things we're saying to ourselves. Because I do a lot of psychological monitoring and I do a lot of reflection in my life, I know when I'm talking negative to myself, and I know based off of my emotions what vibration I'm at when I'm being too negative. So one of the things I do, I use meditation to get out of that negative vibration. I use this, reading books, to get out of that negative meditation. And sometimes I just go for a walk. You know, I have you know how your phone, I don't know if the iPhone do it, but the Android do it, where it sends you memories every month for each year. I have memories in my phone of just pictures. I mean, flowers, pictures of just flowers. If I'm stressed or depressed, vibration I want to be, my phone does it too. I'll just go find something, take a picture, and be like, man, that's really beautiful. And it's amazing how when it comes back months and years later, it just makes you smile. Like today, I had got memories of riding the train to Tanzania. Was it a hell ride of a train? Yes, it was horrible. But it was fun, man. Like, it was crazy. Like, you know, it showed me so much. It was my first train ride like that, to going across to a different country. It was my first time doing a sleeper train. Like, I've never done a sleeper train before. And it was interesting. And guess what? I had met a great guy on there who dealt with the import of cars and stuff like that to Zambia. So like, I made a great contact on something that was actually, most people would be like, man, that was horrible. But like, it still was a great time, even though it was scary at times. You know, you just imagine you're in a country, you don't know language, minus the people who speak English, but you don't know the terrain, you don't know where you're at, you're just on a train. It's almost like some horror movie shit. You're on a train and you just stop. And then you're stopped for an hour. You're like, is the train broken? Is it working? You want to get off to look around, but you're afraid because you don't actually know when the train going to take off. And imagine you're just in some remote village somewhere around some train tracks in a country you don't even know. You feel like you're gonna get stuck. Like, it was scary. It was really scary, but it was fun. It helped me grow. It helped to show me things. It helped to stretch myself. Like, it also helped me to where, like, I'm not really afraid of traveling around the country too much, going very far. Um, all of these different things, like, it helps me to travel to other parts of African countries, like, all these different things, man. Like, everything that's happening and that happens to you in life is happening for you, but you have to go search for the positivity. You have to go in it with love and gratitude. And so we're going to end that here. Homework assignment for today: still focus on what is the 20% activity for you to reach your goal. You need to start understanding the Pareto principle, and you need to start searching what are the few things you can do right now, that is going to help you reach your goal. Because most people are going to always say money. Money is not the thing that is going to help you reach your goal. It is always something else. If you're in a business, you don't need more money for more products. You need customers. So you need to be working on how can you acquire customers. Doing Facebook Lives. You need to be doing IG Live, TikTok Live. You want to help you get more customers. If your goal is to lose weight, what is that you need to change about your eating? Most likely it's going to be either eating or exercise. Neither one of those really costs money. If you start putting your budget in place and start seeing how much money you actually waste on things that are not necessary, you'll start seeing where that money is there for you to actually get in the gym or clean up your eating. Like, so what is the 20% activity? Please focus on that. The Pareto principle, and this is why I know I'm getting these messages like, Jason, can you give me a new homework? I've done my 20%. I know my 20%. And when I go in deeper with them, I do it's called it's called 7 layers. It's the onion test. It's like peeling 7 layers of an onion. I just go 3 layers deep, and then they're confused. They don't have the 20% activity that they need to do. You must find this 20% activity you do. You must start using the Pareto principle. Everything that school has taught us and most of our family and society has taught us is wrong. It don't operate off the 20%. You have to start operating off the 20% activities to reach your goals. So the homework assignment today is still, what is the 20% activity you can start taking right now that is going to get you to your goal? You will know when you're doing that 20% activity, you will start having downloads of what are the next. This is how, what I like to call, your prayers being answered. You're going to start being able to understand how to communicate better with your creator, with God, with Allah, Buddha, whatever words you use doesn't matter, but it's about you being able to get to the goals that you want. I know this sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. When I first started studying this stuff, I was like, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But I'm telling you, until I went all in and I really started understanding this, and then I started reflecting on my life, on how did I get to the places that I wanted to get? I started realizing I was using this unconsciously. These are the same things you're doing whenever you reach a goal. So you might as well start doing it consciously and start creating your life the way you want. This is what the powers that be don't want us to know. They don't give a damn about us, having fun, drinking. Just if you look at like the advertisements on TV, it's always telling you how you're not good enough, you're not healthy enough, you're not pretty enough. It's bullshit. It's trying to keep you in a vibration of you're not good enough. You can't be in those vibrations and be in love. The human body can only express one emotion at a time. We have multiple identities that are set around emotions. The reason why this scroll kept saying love, 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 I will approach every day with love. I will approach every situation with love. It was saying keep one identity in place. The energy, the vibration of love. When you are in love, like, here's a prime example from the military. This is how strong the emotion of love is. In the military, and any of my veterans out there, I'm pretty sure you have one of these stories too. We had a dude, and I was so angry at this time. I was so angry. He would not take a bath. He wouldn't shower. He was dirty. He stinked. And he would come into the day room, we watching movies, and it just funk it up. And it's like, bro, go take a bath. We go to the drill sergeant. Yo, drill sergeant, he needs to take a bath, man. He stinks. Like, we don't even want to sit on the couch after he sit on it. Then you know what the drill said? All right, Chaney, you and the other guys, the biggest guys, y'all gonna have to go bathing. I'm mad. Now, mind you, I am not a gay man. I don't like men. I don't want to see another man naked, and I sure as hell don't want to bathe a grown-ass man. I'm mad, like I'm livid. So you know, were we doing it properly? No. We got the water extra high. We hitting them with the soap. Like, we were pissed. And I'm not afraid to admit this, because I was not the best person at that time in my life. I'm not the person I am now. Now I would probably handle it with a little bit more compassion. I'm still gonna be angry, but a little bit more compassion. But I shit you not, after 3 months, this dude found a girlfriend. He fell in love hard. You know, this dude started showering on his own. He started brushing his teeth. He started wearing cologne. And I was just like, bro, you couldn't have done this from the get-go. We could have been cool all this time. And that shows you how powerful love is. When you are working in higher emotions, your identity changes. He was no longer this disgruntled guy who, you know, he's grunting everywhere. Because he fell in love with a girl, his whole identity changed. His whole behavior patterns changed. Everything around him changed. And so I'm just like, wow, that is very powerful. If a woman can do that to you, like, what could you do if you're in love with life? What could you do if you're in love with the goal that you want to reach? What could you do when you're in love with just the nature, everything surrounding you, like all of these things? So like, that was just a prime example of like, you want to actually use higher vibrations. There are levels to vibrations. There are levels to frequencies. And it don't just stop at love. Like, the frequencies are endless. We are vibrational beings. One of the biggest misconceptions we have is like, oh, I'm black, I'm white, I'm a man, I'm a woman. You're a soul. You are an entity. You're a soul inhabiting a human body. This vessel is not Jason. Jason's probably not even my real name. Who knows what my spirit name is, if it even have a name? I am a spirit. I am an essence. I am a child of God that is inhabiting this vessel. You are a child of God that is inhabiting your vessel. Utilize your true power. You are more than a human being. We're all more than human beings. And we have to start understanding that. Like, no one person can give you anything that you want in life. Only you can give it to yourself. But first, you have to know what is it that you want. And then you have to know how to properly pray or send it to your subconscious mind. Prayer is in the subconscious mind. Once you unlock your subconscious mind and start to learn how to do it at will, you will start learning how to put your prayers in there. Focus your energy, your vibration through your emotion, which is going to focus your identity. Your identity is going to reach that vibration. And then the law of attraction, which is the secondary law of the law of vibration, it must come to you. As above is below. That is what that means. It is telling you how you are vibrating is what's going to come to you. You can only get the things that are vibrating on your level. If you're not focused on those levels, you're not going to get it. And so that is it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to probably stay on for about another minute or two if there's any questions. If not, we're going to continue tomorrow. I'm actually on my way to the car show tomorrow to do some filming. Hey, how you doing, Coconut? Let me see. Cherie says, love is the highest vibration in the world. Yes, it is. Technically, gratitude. Gratitude is actually a little bit higher than love. And the only reason being is love is one of those vibrations a lot of us have been taught to inflict it on other people. Like, you have to love me. That's really not what love is. And so, like, true love, yes, is a very high vibration. But for most people, gratitude is the highest that they should actually be reaching for. Love is a seed in the vibration. Yes, it is. Your teachings are practical and valuable. Now, I have to say this, these are not my teachings. these are the things that I'm learning. Like as you see, I'm reading from Og Mandino. I have Dr. Joseph Murphy. I have Napoleon Hill. I have Richard Koch, Bob Proctor, Neville Goddard. Like nothing I'm talking about is new. All I'm doing is just sharing it to you, and I'm just giving it to you in my voice with the understanding that I have of the world view of today. That's all it is. So I wish I could take credit for this, but it is not my teachings. Everything that I'm putting together is stuff that I am actually continually learning, and so it's great information. And you know, when you do things, when you have the correct information, there's no need to change much of it. You're a soul force and a human manifestation of God. Yes, that is true. That is what we are. And so I appreciate you for hopping on for today's money mindset study session. Remember, I'm going to be doing this every single day. I don't have an exact time yet. I'm trying to get it to times where my African brothers and sisters and my American brothers and sisters can all hop on. But make sure you check out my content on YouTube at Jason Chaney 777. For my people on YouTube, make sure you check out my TikTok at Jason Chaney 777. Also, for TikTok, I have the 30-day challenge going on. It's the financial literacy challenge. Go through those posts, and there's an action step on each one. Go through those and start doing them, especially the ones about budgeting and things of that. Once you start understanding your budget, understanding where you're actually spending your money at, you'll start being able to see what things you need to cut out on and what things you need to add on to it. Because one of the things that no one's ever going to tell you, money is never going to be enough. You'll never be able to out earn your current situation. You can only mentally get yourself out of that situation. It's not like I'm earning millions of dollars right now. I'm really not. But the funny thing about it is, even though I'm learning less than when I was working, because I started changing my mindset, that's how I got off of payday loans, got off of doing car title loans, stopped punting stuff. I started actually learning how to live in my limitations, but also I started working on becoming financially free. Once I started focusing on my financial literacy, then financial freedom came up because I knew my magic number to be financially free. And then that's when I started realizing being financially free is a lot cheaper than being a slave to the debt system that we're all born into. And so I definitely recommend you to go through those, take those action steps that are on each day. And I'm going to be releasing soon a 90-day workbook. Yeah, it's either 90 or 30 day, 90 or 30-day workbook. I'm not for sure yet. I'm actually waiting for it to finish. I'm going to be releasing it. I'm going to first do a trial with maybe like 10 people. My sister Chaney, she's one of them. She gave me this idea, and it's going to just be able to gauge what type of results they're getting from it. But then after that, I'm going to put out a complete workbook, a complete course. I think I'm just selling it for like $3.99. I'm going to get back into the digital market space. There's a fire in my soul right now. Like, you just don't know. Like, I am now at the point where I'm loving myself again fully, and I'm so happy to be back here. And so I really encourage you to get there also. And so that is it for today. I appreciate it, and I'm grateful for everyone hopping on. I'm grateful for you on YouTube. I'm grateful for you on TikTok. And don't let the sun set today without you doing one thing that is going to help you get closer to your goal. If it's something as simple as reading a book, watching a video, listening to someone who's doing something that you want to do, please do not ever let the sun set without you doing one thing that is going to get you one step closer to your goal. Money is never the problem. I appreciate that, brother, man. Also, if you're on TikTok, make sure you check out Intuitive Mycologist. If you really want to understand mushrooms and things of that nature, that is the person to go to. That is my mushroom guru. And I appreciate you hopping on, brother. I hope you're going live soon so I can catch you. But we're going to end it there. Just remember this: I am Jason, and success is simple once you know how.